In recent news, Caribou was saved by Korobu from the fire. He was getting ready to get, destroyed. Turns out, what's his name? Korobu uses a shovel to fight. Like, I thought that the shovel he just produced just to bury that marine, but it looks like he fights with it. But anyway, this is your boy Mean. Welcome to the channel where anime and manga means more. And this time we're reviewing One Piece chapter 686, the Snow Woman of the Biscuit Room. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. They're in the Biscuit Room, and the kids are running away, trying to get that candy away from the kids. What's that girl? Mocha, whatever. She's running away, trying to get the candy away from the kids. Zoro's going at it with Monet, and she's like going in. Now, somebody was saying that they didn't know whether she stabbed Robin, right? They didn't know whether it was a clone that she stabbed or was it the real Robin. The answer is it doesn't even matter, because if the clone gets stabbed, she gets stabbed also. The damage done to one of her clones or whatever is transferred to her. But anyway, Chopper's all messed up and he's trying to keep the girl out of danger or whatever. He's yelling like, and the crazy thing is the boy with the pipe. That boy with the pipe is going after the girl. And he doesn't play any games. He went in on Chopper and Robin. Like, he tore both of them up. So if she gets caught by him, it's over. It's a wrap. He's putting that pipe right through her melon. It's going right through her melon. I'll be scared of that boy, man. And he's mad too. And he's on dope. Please. But anyway, she's running. And it turns out that candy, I thought it was a giant piece of candy. It's not. It's a bag. It's a bag in the shape of a candy with a whole bunch of smaller candies inside. So that's how that works. Anyway, we get a flashback of how they were acting when they was on the ship getting shipped to the island. And how, Caesar, oh man, this guy Caesar. He pretended that his son had the disease that he pretended that they're having, and that's why he needs to fix them and stuff like that. He's crying, the whole works. I mean, this guy is just crazy. It's actually kind of comical how he does this, He's a good actor. I'm telling you, he really is. He deserves a standing ovation. Give this guy an Oscar right now. Anyway, he convinced the kids and everybody that he's just a concerned parent trying to help them. And also, Monet is there, but she's full human. Now, if you pay attention, you see there's a guy on a balloon next to Caesar, some of the workers. So Law hadn't gotten to the island yet, to give people's legs. So Monet is not a harpy in that Law gave her those legs, because Law didn't show up, and when he shows up, he starts splicing people, and she wasn't spliced yet. So more than likely, she is. She's not an actual harpy in the true sense of it. But, there's also the case that she could be a Zoan that she didn't, she could be an Articuno Zoan or something like that and didn't transform just yet. But I doubt it. And because, we got the evidence that Zoro said she's a Logia. And, if he said it, I mean, if he said it, that doesn't mean it's written in stone. But if he said it along with this evidence that we got right here, right now, I'm leaning towards her being a Logia. And if she's a Logia, that means that she's not a Zoan. And if she's not a Zoan, that means she's spliced up and whatnot, from Law. But anyway, Zoro's going in with Monet. Everybody's running. They're trying to get to, out of the way of Shinokuni. But the crazy thing is, Zoro is running right towards Nami, and Nami's like, "Uh-oh." She says, "Uh-oh, oh no, what are you running towards us for?" Right? She's holding on to Chopper because Chopper can't even run, and she uses Chopper as a shield. She straight uses Chopper as a shield. She must have not thought that. I don't know why she did it, because I don't think she would think that Zoro would try to hurt her. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was Monet went for Nami. She was going to put that spear through her throat. This girl is crazy. Don't ask me whether she's going to join the Straw Hats. I can't see it. I cannot see it. She can't be joining the Straw Hats. But anyway, Nami finds out Monet's weakness. She used that Hito ball or whatever however she said, Hito ball or whatever, heat ball. She uses that on Monet. Now Monet can phase through it, but it did do some damage. So she says, "I figured out your weakness," and she's running to try to get to room R, like everybody else. And Monet blocks the exit. She goes for Nami again, and she swallows her up in like this snow avalanche or something like that, and she becomes like this nasty looking creature. And what you call him? Chopper's so scared. His hat comes up off his head. He comes up out of his hat. Out of his hat. That's crazy. I mean, like, how often do you see him come up out that hat? But he does. Anyway, Nami's almost done for. But Robin saves her. Like, she shoots all these hands out that kind of, breaks Monet down. So she saved, basically she saved Nami. Nami was done. Anyway, Zoro comes in and slices that wall. Now, Zoro hasn't been fighting Monet, hard. And she mentions it. She says, I didn't think I would be able to beat you. She knows that Zoro's way stronger than her. So that tells you something right there. Zoro came up in the world, and Monet can't compete with him. But she says, you haven't been attacking, you only been blocking. She said, that means I think I can win. So why hasn't he been attacking? Reason being is the reason I think it is because look who comes in. Sanji comes in with G5. Now I think that when what's his name? Zoro was using haki, and he knew that Sanji was on his way, and he didn't want to be fighting a woman, slicing this girl up, into 1,000 pieces in front of Sanji, because then he'll be fighting Sanji. So I think he was going to let Sanji go past before before he starts slicing this girl up. But anyway, the crazy thing is they get into an argument. Zoro's like, he's like, what are you doing with G5? You leave. He's like, what's going on, right? And then Sanji, he's making fun of Zoro. He's got all of G5 in on it at the same time. It's crazy. But anyway, he notices Monet. G5 notices Monet. They all start acting crazy. Monet's got a couple quirks. She looks like she's kind of bashful about it. And the crazy thing is, she goes for one of the G5 members, turning into this nasty looking creature, and bites a chunk. She takes a bite out of this guy. I mean, really. His whole shoulder is gone. It's nasty. It's nasty. She bit right through him. Like, this guy's missing a chunk. Anyway, what's my girl name? Tashigi goes for Monet, and she actually does some damage to her, so she has haki. So Tashigi's not as weak as we think, but she's weak compared to Law. Law's my boy. Law can fight. So anyway, Tashigi can't fight, in comparison to them, but this kind of confirms where Monet is. Because if Tashigi can do damage to, Monet and fight her, on equal enough level, she's nowhere near, Luffy, Zoro. She's nowhere near Sanji. She's probably somewhere around Robin's strength. Now, why can she beat Robin? Because Robin, because of her power. She's a Logia. Robin doesn't know how to use haki. So that's probably the case, in that regard. But anyway, Sanji and them, they need to get out of there to save G5 and everybody else, get to room R. And it says the two swordsmen stand together. So it seems like now Zoro and Tashigi going to be working together. Now the good thing about that is Sanji won't have to get at Zoro about fighting these females and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it for the chapter. It's kind of vague. Like, it's not much you can talk about because not much happened. Just the kids trying to escape. A little backstory on, Monet. We know she's evil now because she's feeding these kids these candies and whatnot. She's just going in on people, biting them up, everything, just killing them. And Zoro, and Tashigi have to fight her. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's not really deep. I think that once they get, it seems like they're slowing down. Like I wish they would hurry up and get to, Law and his crew and everything like that. But I think Law and his crew is waiting for him at at the whatever that underground entrance or whatever it is. And I can't wait to get. But anyway, all in all, I like this chapter. I think it was just decent because not much happened. But at the same time, we get to see Monet go crazy and stuff like that. I think that we should call them Law's crew is waiting for him. I can't wait to get to them. But really, I just want to see this thing over with. Why? Because we got a good arc and we got some good stuff waiting for us. We got Don Flamingo and stuff like that. We got what's the name, Big Ma'am and everything. So I want to hurry up and get this over with, you know, because it's not much. It's really not much more to look forward to on this island. So I want to hurry up and get over with this. And it seems like they're stretching it, like it's been going slow. The pacing's been slow. But all in all, this is a pretty good chapter. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Rate the video and subscribe and all that other good jazz. And I'm out. Peace.